I personally find my girlfriend to be very cute and sexy, but that's not necessarily what attracted me to her in the first place.
I personally find my girlfriend very cute and sexy, but that's not necessarily what attracted me to her in the first place. Why the fuck are you sharing that? I personally find my girlfriend really cute and sexy. M3RKMUS1C has recently uploaded a video called Meet My Girlfriend Karina, and even some of his fan base thinks it's pretty cringy, and a lot of the stuff he mentioned in this video I find problematic. And it's actually been a long time since me and Frozen have duoed up. It's been a long ass time actually, but you could just see here, even a lot of his fan base, or at least earlier, a lot of people are sticking up for him, but we're going to go over a lot of the reasons why we find this video to be creepy, to find that why he seems obsessive, and that he's actually proposed to her just recently after meeting her. And they've only been together for about 2 to 3 months. And just a lot of the stuff he mentioned is just very, very creepy. So let's just get right into it. Yeah, so we'll just go through the video real quick. We're just gonna listen to exactly what he says and pretty much just analyze which parts we believe he kind of went too far, because this isn't just a video explaining that like he's been talking and been in a relationship with someone for 2 to 3 months. This is quite weird, the amount of detail he's going into someone that he's only known for 2 to 3 months, and especially to go and meet up with her for the first time. This is the first time they've ever even been together in person. They don't even know what their chemistry is like living together, anything. Little life experience together, and they're already planning on spending the rest of their lives together.
I mean, dude, imagine the social anxiety, dude.
This is weird. But let's just go ahead and listen to M3RKMUS1C again. We just got done watching the video again a second time just to kind of refresh with some stuff that he said. So I'd admit it in whenever you're ready.
My Xbox One again and play games with her. And in less than a week's time, I realized how compatible we were and that we were clicking really well. And she just asked me, what exactly are we? And I said, we're boyfriend and girlfriend. And if you follow me on Twitter, that's why you see the Roman numerals in my Twitter bio. It's
yeah, okay. So first of all, this isn't elementary school.
Yep.
The whole, we had chemistry together, but...
Just over video games, that's really stupid. I know a lot of girls that play video games, and you can't just be 100% attached, 100%, viable together just because you guys like one thing. There has to be way more than that. And your girlfriend and boyfriend just because you sort of click.
She's like, so what are we? And I mean, I guess that's her way of just asking the question, but he could have he could easily play it cool. They shouldn't have been labeled each other anything until they actually met in person.
They should have waited at least until it met her once.
And then at least they should have met again, and then eventually they probably would have moved in together, been together, and that's where you don't go and meet someone for the first time and then propose to him.
And then watch like 5 years from now and there's gonna be we broke up video.
These rushed relationships, especially just a randomly rushed marriage like this,
it's a random girl.
It's not gonna go well. And we're actually gonna talk about some of the depression stuff that he mentions later in this video about him being sad without her and how she's brought him in like happiness, which if this goes down and crashes in his face, that's not gonna end well for him. So we'll just continue the video. Just go ahead in 3, 2, 1, go.
Because that's the day that we made it official. And ever since then, we've continued to spend even more and more time together, continuing to grow our bonds and connection. It's just amazing. Like, we're so compatible on a broad level for things like we both like to play video games and we both like music. But growing up, I mostly played Call of Duty, whereas she played Halo. And obviously, I play guitar and she plays violin and piano, which is that's fucking awesome. Even when we were first talking, we were sending YouTube videos.
You both like video games and you both like music. So the fuck what? Who the fuck else doesn't like music?
I mean, that's a good connection thing, but also the fact that they put their official date in their bio on Twitter in Roman numerals, like this, like that's what I'm talking about. That's middle school shit. When you talk to someone on Kick for like 3 days and then you think that you guys are together, so you put the date in your fucking bio. I don't know how old Merc is, but I know he's damn well at least like what, 20?
Probably late 20s, maybe mids.
Like mid-20s, let's say.
Mids, right? I'd say mids, yeah.
He's way too old to be doing this shit.
and forth to each other with different like music, different memes and stuff. It's just so great. We spend so much time together on the calls that we actually fall asleep together on the call and then wake up the next morning on the call. And it's honestly hard to find the words to describe how happy she makes me. Not too long ago, she was away for a couple of days and we weren't able to spend as much time together on the calls, and that just really fucking sucked. Prior to meeting her, I was really not all that happy. Like, she actually truly makes me happy. And even though she was only gone for a couple of days, like, I could feel it. I felt incredibly demotivated. Everything I was doing just didn't really feel like it was worth anything. And I wouldn't trade her for anything in the world.
Yeah,
like,
see, this is the shit I'm talking about with
this is what freaks me out, man.
The depression.
Not only for her, but especially for him.
It's good to say that someone makes you happy, but also at the same time, this is going to put a lot of pressure on her. Imagine this. You meet someone, you've been talking online for 2 to 3 months. You then just meet in person, and this person's proposing to you. This is also just a reason I don't know how or where he proposed, but public proposes I hate, because if you have a crowd of people around you, it kind of forces the girl to want to say yes no matter what. That's why I don't like when there's people to stand up in like a restaurant and propose, because you don't want to seem like an asshole. He said that she lives in Washington and he lives in Florida, which
that's hella far.
I didn't even know he lived in my state. That's weird, but so they're really far. So at the time of uploading this video, he would have already have pretty much needed to be packed and ready to go. So by the time this video went live, they could have already have met. Who knows? But either way, if I was her, I would just be creeped out. You just don't go 2 or 3 months into the relationship and then propose, and then just this video itself, him mentioning
gives a bad tone.
Being sad. He's going into way too much detail. He needed to just keep it short and simple, saying I've been in a relationship, I'm meeting this person, and just leave it at that, and been like, we'll see how it goes, blah blah blah. Instead, we'll just continue. So we've seen the sadness part, and then he's gonna start showing him.
But I want to mention one more thing, though. He said, like, the days where he couldn't talk to her was incredibly, like, demotivating and shit. That really worries me a lot. Like, if they break up or, like, whatever, dude, I bet he's going to have, like, I bet he's going to be another Jaws. Do you remember? I think his name is Jaws.
I think it was.
The Call of Duty player.
Now, this is also something that I want to address really quickly. This means that he would have literally had to go out and buy an engagement ring within 2 months of knowing this person. Like, he had the idea in his head 2 months in that meeting her and all that was going to be like, yes, this is the one. I have to go buy an expensive ass engagement ring. You don't even know what you two are like together in public. You just together. Merc, like we were saying earlier, I think he's a good YouTuber. He's probably like one of the. He has some of the best put together videos on YouTube, and
he edits them. He actually works hard.
He does good, but I've always thought that he's kind of, whenever he does his explanation videos talking about something, the way he looks at the camera and he just has a weird vibe to him. And throughout this video, that's all I felt was just not necessarily just cringe, like the cringy parts on, of course, the obvious cringy parts, but also just weirded out. The way he just describes this entire situation, which there's one quote later, the quote later that makes this video just weird.
To spend as much time with her as I possibly can. She's my #1 priority. I'm putting her above all else, and I love and care about her so much. Oh, and I should probably mention
#1 priority.
Inside the country. I'm in Florida and she's in Washington, but we've been making this long distance relationship work. I'm a firm believer that if you truly feel strongly about someone, you will do anything to make things work. You will fight for that person, and you will love that person no matter what. And she feels the same exact way about me, which is why I'm working so hard to make this happen.
Look at his eyes.
Fucked ass days where I'm just feeling shitty about everything, whether it's about myself, things that have happened in the past. She knows exactly what to say. She can make me bounce back really quickly and feel better about everything. She's there for me no matter what, whether I'm having a shitty day or I'm having an awesome day, and I just really want to be there
for those 3 days.
Telling you guys about her, there is a message that I want to deliver with this video. If you're now starting a long distance relationship, or you've had one for a while, or you're thinking about starting one, I want to tell you this. If you truly do love and care about this person, no matter how far away from you they are, you will fight for this person and you will make it work. I have a very close online friend who I've met twice in person who's kind of in a similar situation, and I wish him the best. And to anyone else out there who's in a long distance relationship, if you feel it in your gut and you feel it in your heart, you need to go with that feeling. Life is too short and time is precious, and you should not waste any of it. Which is why when you're seeing this video on the 30th on a Tuesday, I'm going to be out in Washington meeting her for the first time. Words can't even describe how fucking excited I am to actually be able to meet her and spend time with her. And without necessarily getting too specific, let's just say that I'm ready to commit to her and that she's my future. And if you're curious to see her, there's a picture, there's a picture.
Okay, the pictures.
I'll see how many
just real quick pause.
Yeah, I know. He just brought up the pictures as soon as he said, but yeah, the whole thing, he said he's fully committed to her. She's my future. Like,
no, I want to mention one thing, kind of vibe I'm getting off of him, just that little part where he's talking about how excited he is. I feel like he's literally excited, bro. Like, he's excited to fuck the shit out of her, man. Like, you kind of like see it in his face. I'm not even joking, dude.
I mean,
I feel like he's barely, either he's barely had sex or he's a virgin. And that's why he's like, I don't know. Whenever I look at that, can't you just imagine him scurrying around the house, throwing shit in luggage and like freaking out? I don't know.
Oh, for sure. I mean, yeah, he's been talking to her for like 2 to 3 months. He's probably like super hype about finally getting it. No doubt.
Yeah, dude.
But then she's just popping up pictures. He's like, I love, and then in parentheses, I love every picture of her, but she's limiting my options. Lamau.
Yeah. What the hell?
She's limiting. Okay, and they're all just Snapchat pictures, but whatever. All right, here, we'll just continue. Whatever. All right.
Yeah, hold on. We only know like everything about her. Who the fuck cares about her photos? Jesus. All right. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Yeah.
Can put up, I don't know exactly how many, but I personally find my girlfriend to be very cute.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Go back. I gotta go back real quick. This is the quote right here. This is it. All right. This is it.
But I personally find my girlfriend to be very cute and sexy, but that's not necessarily what attracted me to her in the first place.
I personally find my girlfriend very cute and sexy, but that's not necessarily what attracted me to her in the first place. Why the fuck are you sharing that? I personally find my girlfriend really cute and sexy.
No, yeah, because you know what? I find her ugly as fuck, and I'm just gonna go around the whole fucking country just to fucking see her.
Fuck, man. That quote.
It stabs me in the heart. You know,
it's weird. It's just weird. I personally find you don't mention that to the fucking your audience of fucking 3.9 million people.
Yeah, it's almost like he thought about saying that she's cute and sexy, and then he's like freaking out in his own mind, you know? It's like what every other guy does, but he's kind of expressing it. He's like, oh no, I better also mention that's not the reason why I got together with her is because of her body. Yeah, no fucking shit, dude. You've been talking to her through Skype over like 2 months. What is she gonna think? Yeah, this guy's just trying to get my pussy. That's why he's doing that. Whatever, dude.
It's just one of those. You just don't mention it. You just don't.
It's too private.
You have no place. I personally find my girlfriend very cute and sexy. Dude, just chill.
Right?
Don't mention that in the video. You got it. That's locker room talk.
Exactly. Got some Trump shit, bro.
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, this is like Trump getting exposed, bro. What the hell, man?
She is so damn nice and incredibly sweet. Her personality is amazing. She has a great sense of humor. She's very open and honest in our relationship, which is just, I'm fucking speechless, dude. Every single aspect and quality about this woman is perfect to me. And yeah, her being this beautiful is just the cherry on top. Also, as far as it goes for the whole long distance relationship thing, don't let other people like try to downplay it or talk you out of it. Every single relationship is different and unique. They all work in different ways, and you shouldn't be taking advice from people, especially people who don't understand how long distance relationships work. At this point,
okay, buddy, we're gonna go ahead and pause it there from Jack, the idiot in me that has experience in this.
I think everybody kind of has. I have a little bit too.
I don't even remember. It's from 2014 to the middle of 2016, right before my junior year started. I was in a long distance relationship, which it wasn't as long as Florida to Washington. It was only from Orlando, Florida to Tampa, Florida. But I only met her one time, and we kept it going and going, and it ends up creating more problems than it kind of does just good. I mean, I guess we were limited on being able to see each other and all that, but it's just in all he says he's sad in the past. If these two don't get together and move in soon and she drops him, it will literally, he's going to die. Like he will, I don't even want to know what he'll do. But just like when your only connection with somebody is literally a message that you have to text, and they don't text back, or it's been like you were left on red, and you have no way of knowing what they're doing or what's going on. It can eat you from the inside. It's terrible. So if somehow she doesn't respond to him, which they're fiancés now, not his girlfriend. This is meet my fiance, Karina, that I've known for 2 to 3 months. This is weird. The whole entire video, I can't say it enough, is just over the top, way too much information. It's just the fact that he had to sit here, look at this video, and definitely probably went over it a decent amount of times and said to himself, this is good. I can upload this to 4 million people.
It's like if you're friend zoned by a girl and you're wasting your fucking time with her and nothing ever happens, you're going to feel like shit afterwards. And this is kind of like the same thing, except I don't think he's gone through that before. And I really think this guy has never been into a relationship before.
At least definitely not a serious one. And I don't understand how, just from common sense, you don't know how to act.
Like
this situation.
I don't even think you have to be in a relationship to realize how kind of weird this is.
Oh yeah, no, you just have to literally look at this and be like, this person's been together for them on a long distance. Even if you're in a physical relationship with somebody in real, you two have met, you met in real life, and you are together with them for 2 to 3 months and you propose, that's weird. The fact that they've literally never touched hands, shook hands, and they've been together for 2 to 3 months long distance relationship, and you go and just propose. Like, I can't get over that. I don't understand how he thought, okay, I'm going to meet her for the first time and I'm going to surprise her with an engagement ring and propose. Like, he literally was like, I have to go out and buy an engagement ring. I got to do it right now. Like, that's psycho. I mean, I'm not going to say psychopath, so maybe sociopath, whatever it be, but that is something that just isn't right. Those are those weird decisions that people make that can't be explained with normal social norms. That's some mental issue that just I don't know how to explain it, but you just know not to do that. You do not do that.
Yeah, but I feel like he's in his own little world right now, because you can kind of put it to you in this way. Like, when you first met your girlfriend and things started happening, you kind of were in like your own little world with her, where everything around you didn't really matter, kind of.
Oh yeah.
But this guy's already in that world and they haven't even met. And he's kind of dragging his old audience in this world, and this world should basically be in his head, and he shouldn't be saying this shit.
YouTube, and you have 4 million subscribers. YouTube is your job. These people are your audience, is your whatever. A lot of YouTubers like to say family. But breaking the news to him like that, okay, picture this. Picture you have all these relatives at your house, and you go up to them and be like, hey, this is my girlfriend. We've been together for about 3 months now. I personally find her very cute and sexy.
God,
imagine that. That's weird. You don't do that. You just That's just weird. That's basically what he's doing to us, and it makes me. Yeah.
I know, it's almost like you're kind of at a loss for words, and dude, it's just generally creepy and just overwhelming. I've never been so overwhelmed by a video.
I know. I can't fathom how he thought this was a good way to put it. But let's just finish this video. We have like a minute left.
All right. One more thing though. It's almost like I said, like when you first, have your first legit girlfriend or legit girl you like, if she likes you back, this is the shit that goes through your mind. Like, you have to admit, this is some of the shit, like, oh, she's cute and hot, but I want to make sure that she doesn't think I'm dating her just for that reason. And, shit like this goes through your head. But it makes me cringe because this has gone through my head a little bit, but I've never, said it out loud. Like, this is not shit you're supposed to talk about.
Yeah.
And he's talking about it. It's almost 1 million views. To 1 million, for all we know, 12-year-olds.
Dude.
I know.
His family legit hasn't met her. He's only met her. That's it. That's it. They haven't even gotten to speak to her yet, probably. And he's already proposing. He's making a huge life decision over the way he's and this is all actually what probably honestly just is his mind. This is just him. He's probably, I'm sure he's not that happy. I mean, I'm sure he's happy with the way YouTube's going and Twitch and all that. I'm sure that's fine, but like life-wise, like just his actual life, I'm sure
he's depression.
He's probably honestly just lonely. So he found, okay, this was a topic that didn't, I don't know, I guess maybe it got skipped over, but earlier in the video he said that it was in the very beginning, probably before the minute. I'm just going to go to it real quick and then I'll go back to it. Oh yeah. It's right here at 23 seconds. He says this. So
November 16th, I got done editing my videos. I was just playing Call of Duty casually and just hanging out with my friends. And in between lobbies, I decided to check my phone. I was checking Snapchat and I got added by someone. So I added this person back and then I got a message from her saying, hey, guess what? And obviously I replied back saying what? And then she said chicken butt. And it was super corny, but it was interesting to me. For whatever reason, it was enough to get my...
So he says he was added by this person, her, on Snapchat. And then he says that she texted him saying, hey, guess what? And he said, what? Chicken butt. Haha. Okay. I mean, I use Snapchat every day, but when it comes to adding people, I'm pretty sure you have to know their username to add them. Because if she lives in Washington and he lives in Florida, she's not adding him through the local Wi-Fi. She's not adding him. She's adding him based on his username. So if he says that she had no idea who he was. I
mean, well, there is quick add. I mean, but you have to be like mutual friends with somebody, and I'm on Quick Add right now, and there's not very many. Like, it's not like Facebook where it's like friends you might know, you know, and there's like thousands.
Yeah,
there's
just they live on opposite sides of the country, so there's no way they're not mutual friends. So I just don't understand. I almost feel like she had no... This could be an obsession with her part. Maybe she does watch his YouTube channel. She's obsessed with him. Yeah. And she added one of his mutual friends on Snapchat, which, I don't know, does he give his Snapchat in the... No, he does. It's not in the description. I don't think it's on his Twitter. Yeah. But
he only exposes everything to her.
His Snapchat, for all we know, could be Merc Music. I mean, you know, so...
Yeah.
Or she added a friend of his and got through mutual friends that way. Either way, the point is, you can't add someone on Snapchat without knowing pretty much who they are. So, the whole she didn't know who I was, I get, right? I don't
really get it. And I also want to mention this. Have you ever like started talking to a girl and things are going really well the first day? You guys are, you know, texting all night long, it's great, and then the next day it kind of just ends.
Yeah,
I feel like that's kind of how it was, except the next day she found out who he was, his Twitter, and then was like, fuck this, I'm gonna stick with this. I mean, that could be.
She could be using him for, she could be gold digging, but
oh yeah,
I don't know.
Like, I don't think FaZe Jeb's girlfriend's gold digging. I barely know anything about her.
I know,
and I feel like that's how relationships should work on these social media sites.
This person said, we're so compatible. We both like to play video games and like music. Nibba, you serious?
Some problems, and he's just not very mature.
Yeah.
Really. So let's just like end it with like I want to end it with this. I'm not like trying to hate on him, and I don't have any problem with them being together. But in my personal opinion, sharing all this info, all these little things that you guys like to do and got you guys interested in each other, that's really wrong, honestly. And I don't think it's mentally healthy. And I honestly just kind of want to look at this in the long term. If they break up or anything, who knows what he's going to do? They didn't talk for 3 days, and it killed him, and it made him demotivated. I couldn't imagine. And that's just what I want to end with.
Yeah, I agree. I think he rushed into this with... I don't think he was looking ahead at the future. He needs to realize that they're going to be married for who knows. You know, marriage is a huge thing. He rushed into it. The way he went about sharing the information with his audience was really unprofessional and immature. The way he describes everything was really immature. And then just the way he then goes and proposes like that was really immature. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Just He should have went about it a lot differently, and I have a feeling it's going to crash in his face. And like you said, I don't know how he doesn't seem, I guess, too mentally stable if he's spent 3 days without talking to her online.
He's in his own little world right now. He's in his own little love world. Nothing else matters. Everything's good. Nothing's going to happen to him. And once that little world goes down, he's going to freak the fuck out, man.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to not post content. He could hurt somebody. I don't know. But
who knows? Or himself. That's what I'm worried about.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He could easily definitely hurt himself if he's mentally unstable and she decides to end things with him. When I see a picture of two of them, when I see his face next to her picture, I don't feel like they look compatible. Which I guess whatever. Some people don't look compatible, but
yeah, exactly. It's all about the inside, but I don't see her making a weird vid.
Like their mutual interest aren't anything special. You can't be like, we both like to watch TV and watch movies. Everyone likes to watch TV.
Exactly.
Most people can play video games and like music. Everyone does that.
It's just what music you listen to, what type of video games. That's what matters, really.
And
I honestly want to end with this. The creepiest thing out of all is that quote.
That quote, yeah.
That's weird.
I find her very cute and sexy. He could have just said, I find her very beautiful and nice, and that's it. Like, that would still whatever, but I find her very cute and sexy.
One last thing. This is how a normal person would have done this, and I feel like this is how we should have done it. I feel like it was fine to mention her Twitter, maybe show a couple photos, but he should have just made it like a minute video just explaining why he's going to be gone. Just be like, I've been keeping this secret for a while. There's this girl I like. Not really get into it. Just say that you really like her. That's really about it. Maybe say she's beautiful, and then say I'm going to Washington to see her for the first time. Wish me luck. Whatever. Outro. That's how it should have been. Instead of this 5-minute long video explaining all this weird shit that we don't need to know. This is the shit that we should find out years from now about our relationship or how we met. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those how we met videos? He just made that before he even met her.
Yeah. That's that. So, yeah, that's how we feel about the whole Merc Music's
I really hope there's others that feel this way, because this is going to completely change my fucking view on people, because this is some weird shit, man. This is the most obsessive shit I've ever seen.
And if somehow Merc sees this, and you've made it this far without somehow hating us, not hating on your relationship, not hating on you. Love the videos, to be honest. It's just the way
she looks like a terrorist. I'm just kidding.
The way you went about making the video and proposing, hopefully it works out for him and they're happy. But I have a feeling it's gonna crash, as hard as Destiny 2 did. All right, so that's it. That's that. Yep, that's the video.